Happy Handyman Show. I'm Trudy Chook, broadcasting live from Johnny Chook's home and hardware. Going to be here for the next hour. We're going to talk about all things cleaning today, and some other stuff too. But I just wanted to give a big shout out for thank you for following us. David and Karen on the WOAI. I've only said that term for about 45 years. Why I would stumble on it, I do not know. WOAI, Lawn and Garden Show. I just want to give a big shout out. If you ever need a little helping hand about how to get your grass back in shape, how to get your garden back in shape, or what to do, just tune in to them. They're on from 6 to 9 and they have so much information. And I tell you, I listen too, and I make sure that we have almost everything that they talk about, and that is including Medina products. So we're going to talk about those a little bit later on today, but first right now I want to tell you again where we're located. We are at 2361 Northwest Military Highway. The store's about 11,000 square feet of anything that you would need as far as maintenance around the house. So that means lawn and garden, and that includes all of the Medina organics. And then we have a tool department, and then we have put in one of the best lines that I have ever worked with, and that's Milwaukee. And we have a whole Milwaukee red going down our tool aisle. And then we have lawn and garden. We have hardware that includes nuts and bolts and all kinds of things that you need around the house. And then, of course, we have electrical. And then we have our paint department. And our paint department is not like any place else that you go. You're going to find somebody that's going to be able to help you there, diagnose. Have you ever come in and you just don't know why something's happening on the paint on the outside of your house, or worse, on the inside of the house? Maybe you have peeling and you're like going, I thought I prepped it okay. Well, come on in and talk with the professionals that we have here at the store to help you with any paint project. And always, if you're painting on the outside of the house and you're buying paint for all of that, talk to them about discounts that can be there at with the paint, okay? Now, if you'd like to call the store while the show's going on or later on today, it's 210-341-1573. You can also catch us on Facebook Live right now. You could. Happy Handyman, the Happy Handyman show, and then Johnny Chook's Home and Hardware. And you can see us out there. I'll be waving to you. I'll also be showing products so you can see it and the same as hearing it. So let me tell you what we have going on right now at the store. We have what we call our bucket sale. And our bucket sale consists of a big red bucket. It is a 10-quart red bucket, really nice handle. And you can fill it from our cleaning aisle. Anything you can put in it, hang on it. We don't care how creative you get. Anything in it and hanging on it is 30% off from all of our cleaning supplies on aisle 19 and aisle 18. And then we've also included some things that are on aisle 2 that will make cleaning, your spring cleaning, because people are doing a lot of cleaning right now, go a whole lot easier and a lot more inexpensive. So we're going to talk about that today. That's our bucket sale going on. And then next month, starting on April 2nd, we are going to have our Build a Basket sale going on. Build a Basket has to do with, we'll give you an Easter basket, and then you can go and you can fill that Easter basket, and anything that you put in that Easter basket will be on sale. And then we'll wrap it up for you, put a bow on it, and then you can take it home and be ready to go for your Easter people. people that you want to give Easter baskets to, whether that means your honey or your kids or your grandkids, or maybe you just want to make one for yourself, okay? We're not asking any questions. Now, on the 27th of this month, if you have not signed up for it, Melissa with M&M Eats and Treats is offering a cookie decorating class for Easter. So sign up. She has a few places left, not a whole lot. So if you were putting off signing up until the end, don't. Go ahead and sign up. You'll have a great time. The store is also going to offer a coupon to be used in the store and a little gift bag for you also. So let's get started. So let's talk about a cleaner that we have had for the longest time. And I would say probably 45 years. And it's a real versatile cleaner. It's called Delete Germ. And we're getting ready to post a video. I was at my house on my day off this week, and I posted a video that shows how to clean your glass shower doors, how to clean your toilet, and how to clean your ceramic tile and your porcelain bathtub, all with the same product. Delete Germ is a de-limer. So all that hard water that builds up in your toilet, on your ceramic tile, surrounding your shower, on the glass shower door, okay, on your porcelain bathtub, these are all easily cleaned and can make a huge difference in the way that the ceramic tile looks, the way your bathtub looks. In fact, we had this guy that called one time, and he wanted to know, he needed a handyman or a contractor to remove a tub. Remove a tub. Let me tell you, folks, that is a huge deal. You only want to have to do it if there is no way around that, or you're redecorating and you're replacing, okay? Because it's not easy to get out and it's a lot of labor. So I asked him what was the problem. He just said, the tub won't shine anymore. I've tried everything. It just has dull. When you put your hand on it, it feels gritty. So evidently we've done something to ruin the finish. And I said, would you be willing to try one more thing? And he said, sure. So we sent him a bottle of Delete Germ. And not more than a week later, he called me. He says, I want to talk to you about that product that you sent me. Well, of course, I'm worried immediately because usually people don't call to say it all worked well. They call to say it went down bad. And so I said, okay, what was the problem? He said, oh, there's no problem. He said, you saved me so much money. He says, my bathtub looks like it's brand new again. And he says, the ceramic tile around it, it looks like it just went up. It shines like the day it was put in. And I just want to say thank you. And that's what removing hard water and soap scum will do to ceramic tile and your porcelain tub. Now, I keep reminding you, this is a porcelain tub because we'll get to another kind of tub in just a second, okay? But when you put up a shower curtain and it has magnets in it and it sticks to the tub, it's porcelain. If your house is probably more than 30 to 35 years old, it's a porcelain tub, okay? The newer tubs that they put in, you cannot use Delete Germ on them. It will ruin the gel finish. Now, as far as glass shower doors, you can use that too. You can use the Delete Germ too. It will completely remove the hard water stains quickly, okay? And then in your toilet, you never want to dilute the formula because it won't work as well. And so I always tell people when they're working with Delete Germ on the glass, on the ceramic tile, on the porcelain tub, you work quickly and you rinse immediately, because it's not just it's a strong cleaner, okay? It's a very strong cleaner. You want to wear gloves and you want to wear like eyewear. And so, because if it splashes back in your eyes, I mean, you would not want that, okay? Because it will sting. As far as gloves, it's real hard on your hands. So wear gloves, okay? And it will do an excellent job in your toilet. In fact, that's how the product originally started, was to use in the bathrooms at hospitals, because not only is it a delimer, it is a disinfectant. So they used it in hospitals. It smells good. It doesn't smell like a lot of those products that you use in toilets that just take your breath away. It smells like peppermint. So if you're looking for a good toilet bowl cleaner, a good ceramic tile cleaner, a good porcelain tub cleaner, glass cleaner, you can even use it outdoors, okay? Delete Germ is your friend. Okay, so what if you have a hard water stain in the toilet? Because people come to me and I used Delete Germ, Trudy, it didn't work. And so I ask them a question. Is your hard water stain above the water line? And they go, yeah. How'd you know that? Because that's what happens. And so you have to use something else to get it off immediately. And then as you use your Delete Germ weekly, and you don't have to use a whole lot of it, just a couple of swirls in the bowl, and leave it alone. I like to leave mine alone overnight, and so I switch off. I have 2 bathrooms, and so I switch off one and the other. When I go on vacation, I put it in my toilet bowl, because Delete Germ will work below the water line and clean things underneath. But if you're having a problem with hard water stains above the water line, you want to use a product called Flexi Scour. Now, this is a screening material that is infused with pumice, okay? You can safely use it in your toilet, okay? It's not something you want to use on the glass or anything like that. And then, okay, so if you have hard water as strong as I do, okay, if you don't either towel off your clean glass every time, or use a squeegee every time, probably within about 3 to 4 weeks, you start seeing a shadow of hard water. Does that happen to y'all? Okay. So one year when I was at the National Hardware Show, I came across a group of sisters that they were so young. I mean, I was probably in my 50s and they might have been in their early 30s, okay? And they were talking about a product called Invisible Shield. And it hit home with me so much, because I had just left. Okay, how many of you do this? You clean your house like nobody's business before you leave on vacation, just in case somebody breaks in and they want to see, oh my gosh, this lady really knows how to clean her house. Does that really make a difference? No, but I do it anyway. So I found this product called Invisible Shield, that if you will apply it to the glass shower door after you get through cleaning, this will help keep the hard water stain off for about almost a year. There is another product that goes with it that you use when you do clean, another Invisible Shield product, and it will reinforce the protective glass and surface in the blue bottle. When you come in the store and you have a question about Delete Germ and you say, hey, I want to know how to keep the glass clean, just ask me and I'll explain the whole process to you, okay? All right, the Invisible Shield and all the products that I'm going to be talking about today, Every one of them can go in your bucket for the bucket sale except for one, and that's delete journal, okay? We do not include that with our sale. All right, let me tell you, if you've been listening and going, bucket sale, I want to be part of the bucket sale. Well, come on into the store today, and the address is 2361 Northwest Military Highway. Store is going to be open today from 8 to 6:30, and tomorrow for your convenience, 11 to 5. All right, let's take a little quick break because I started doing some things, and I got super excited about this group of people that works with Benjamin Moore Paint. And can I tell you that one of the most difficult things when people are looking at paint is not deciding to use Ben Moore Paint or Coronado Paint for the outside of the house. It's picking color. They just freak out because there's so much color there, and you get so overwhelmed with, okay, what color goes with this? And they think, oh, I'll just paint it the same color it has been. No, if you're gonna go to the trouble and the expense of getting it painted, for one, pick a great paint, okay? And two, change the color up a little bit. But if you're like me, I like neutrals. When I see so much color going on in the store all the time, when I come home, I want neutrals, okay? So let me just show you some great neutrals that are good for the inside of the house. These are going to be wall colors, these are going to be accent wall colors, and this is going to be trim colors. All right, so if you would like something for all over, there is a great color called Cloud Cover. Whites are so hard, okay? And this Cloud Cover has a little bit of a tint of gray, okay? And then Brandy Cream is another great neutral, okay? A little warmer taupey color, but it looks great with the Cloud Cover. And then for an accent, maybe you want to do your trim work like this, there is a paint color called Clay. Now I'm going to have all these colors out, and I'm going to print you off where you can see what that color looks like on the walls here at the store. So if you have a question about that, then come and ask me. All right, let's talk about, let's see how much time I have till we break. Okay, remember at the half hour, if those of you that are watching on Facebook, we are going to take a break because the WOAI takes a break and I have to take a break, but the show will still go on and you watch, and Jill is going to talk to you about some things in the gift shop, and then when we come back we have some trivia with an employee that I have here that is just great. He works in the lawn and garden area, but he has great trivia about San Antonio, so don't forget to stay tuned. All right, so let's talk about floors. You know, floors don't have to be hard. And I know that some people get frustrated with grout, that it looks dirty and they don't know how to clean it. And so I'm going to give you some tips today on how to clean. If you have grout, okay, and it looks dirty and everything you have used has not worked, and let me show you a product that does work. Deep Cleanse by StoneTech. Okay, Deep Cleanse by StoneTech is an excellent cleaner for floor grout. One of the best things you can do is spray it on, okay, and then use a wallpaper brush to clean with. You will clean 3 feet at a time, as opposed to like the little grout cleaner brushes that they sell you. I mean, and we sell them too. They're over there on the Libman aisle, and they're like about 1.5 inches long, and it will take you till doomsday to clean all the grout just in an entry hall or in your kitchen. But Deep Cleanse, made by StoneTech, is one of the best cleaners I have ever seen. Use a wallpaper brush and clean 3 feet at a time. Okay, so if you have grout, do that first. Clean all the grout first, and then rinse it off, mop it off. Now, if you don't have any grout, okay, and you just have like a laminate, you have wood, I have wood laminate all through my house, except for in the bathroom where I found a color in bamboo, okay, because bamboo can get wet and it never buckles, okay. So I thought if I ever, or somebody is ever in my bathrooms, like my grandkids and stuff like that, and they got water all over it won't make any difference at all. So what I use to clean is Quick Shine. I love Quick Shine products. They're more economical than the other ones. They have a great fragrance. They're safe. They dry quick. The cleaner, it's so neutral, you don't even have to rinse it. So if you're just doing your weekly cleaning and you're getting off dirt and grime or just dust, Quick Shine in the blue bottle is a floor cleaner, and you can use it on everything. Hardwood, luxury vinyl plank, laminate, tile, everything. And it's great. You will not harm your floors in any way. And it cleans up so quick. Now, what if you say, yeah, but Trudy, my wood floors are old and they don't shine like they used to, and I don't want to put a wax down. Okay, how many of y'all can remember, okay, because my mom used to do this a million years ago, and she had one of those buffers that had the twin pads on it, and as the pads would get old, she would let me stand on the buffer while she buffed the wood floors. How many of you do that? Okay. Well, you don't have to do that anymore. You don't have to buff anything. You don't have to wax anything. And waxes, if you do wax your hardwood floors, you have to strip it off in the long run because they start to yellow. But if you have not done that, but you want to shine on your hardwood floors, let me show you a product. Quick Shine in the green bottle, okay? This was like one of their original ones. It's a multi-surface. Hardwood, luxury vinyl plat, tile, laminate. If you have that kind of flooring that's supposed to be always shining and now it doesn't, use this. Quick Shine in the green bottle is going to give you a high shine. It's better than other products because the other products take almost an hour to dry. Quick Shine takes 20 minutes. It's a polymer finish. You never have to strip it off. If your floor is ever not as shiny as you want it to be, just put on another coat, and it will melt into itself and give you a beautiful high shine. And why do I say that for older floors? Because they have surface scratches from people walking in with dirt on their shoes, on their tinnies, all kinds of things, okay? And if you will put a high shine on those floors, it disguises those surface scratches, okay? Now, what if you don't want a high shine? What if you have brand new floors, and the newer floors mainly kind of have a matte finish? Well, Quick Shine came to your rescue for that. And this is what I use on my floors now because I have newer floors in this house that I bought. It's hardwood floor luster, but you can use it on anything. It does say hardwood, but you can use it on laminate, you can use it on tile. Now, you might not want just a soft glow for tile, but maybe you do. But like the original, it dries in 20 minutes. It's safe, it smells good, and you can layer it and give a beautiful finish and protection to your floors and your grout. Okay, we're gonna take a real quick break. Okay, so let me tell you where we're located. We're at 2361 Northwest Military Highway, which is 2 miles north of Loop 410. The store number is 210-341-1573. We'll be right back with a Happy Handyman Show. Good morning, everyone. Let's jump right into purses for the springtime. We are fully stocked up with lots of purses if you need a new one for spring. This one's Consuela, obviously. Look at all that embroidery. It is the Lila Midtown Crossbody. It's $195, and even the inside is super pretty for spring. We'll have more Consuela coming in next week maybe, but then we already have some new pieces, so come check them out. Now, another purse line that y'all know and love, Gin & Company, the little Riley handbags. These have been in our store for so many years because y'all just keep loving them. A lot of new spring colors. Really pretty. That's a crossbody also. But we also brought in a new style from them called the Kindle. A little bit sleeker, kind of curved. And look at this really cute little detail. This is actually closed. You flip that little switch, pull that up, and that's how you open it. More pockets. It's got a crossbody and a wristlet strap. There's a really pretty kind of two-tone one here. There's a few more colors to choose from, as well as a bunch of other purses. One in particular called the Wonderful Hydro Bag. I'm gonna post about that later this afternoon, so look out, it's really cool. Now, if you do any kind of traveling, this is something new, the little Bon Voyage travel bottle set. It's actually TSA friendly. It lets you take 4 different things, whether it's shampoos, soaps, whatever you need to take with you. Let me show you it open. So you take that lid off. It's got 4 little pump bottles. They're all 1.7 ounce each, so TSA friendly. They kind of smush together here so they stay nice and tight in that little silicone base. And then it even has the little locking thing there so you don't have to worry about it leaking. Great little travel friendly thing. This is a really new cool clip we just found. I mean, how many hair clips can you get, right? You can never have too many. But this one is flexible. It's soft and durable, so it won't break or pinch. The little prongs coming off. Flexible to your head there. It's called the Cozy Clip, and we got a lot of colors in that. And something from the kitchen. 2 things that go perfect together, so you could get it for yourself for any entertaining, or it would make a cute gift, combination gift. Carmi's Kitchen makes a guacamole mix. You just add 2 avocados and the juice of 1 lime in this packet. You're gonna have delicious guacamole, real easy. Now this container, you definitely need. It squishes down all the way across so that it keeps it nice and fresh, so it's not turning brown and yuck in your refrigerator, if it lasts that long. And, ooh, I forgot to grab one. Give me 1 second. Trudy just found at a hardware show, Yes Please chocolate barks. There's a lemon bark, a dark chocolate sea salt caramel, and a butterscotch. And she told us they're super yummy. We haven't tried them yet. I'm about to open the lemon bark and taste it.
30 seconds, okay.
And I actually ran out of things to talk about, but I'll post later. Do y'all know she talked about the bucket sale? This is part of it. The CJ Bella pretty towels and dishcloths. These would make great Easter gifts or Mother's Day gift coming up, or just to treat yourself. It's a nice microfiber. And if you put these in your spring cleaning bucket sale bucket, they will be 30% off, so you can stock up. Now, like I said, y'all stay tuned. I'm going to tell you about the Wonderful Hydro Bag. If you're ever going somewhere where you need a water bottle, your tumbler, and your crossbody, and you just have too many things in your hands, you're going to want to get this bag. And I'm going to scoot over because I think we're about ready for Trudy and Kale. Are we? Okay, keep going, she said. Oh, I don't have anything else to talk about. Oh, okay. Y'all ready for Easter? We got some of the softest plush bunnies here. There are some books that even go with them, like little bunny sets, book sets, lots of cute stuff. Oh, rosy rings.
If y'all haven't seen these candles yet, you need to come take a look. We've got a whole table set up. When you light the candle, it burns down and shines through. The pretty florals are all embedded into it, and they smell really good. They also have a diffuser, which in here it has a little glass jar with the scent in it. There's refills. Inside the glass jar is really pretty florals that look like this. So that'd be a beautiful thing to have setting out at springtime. And these new acrylic crosses. We have several colors. These would be just a really pretty thing to have sitting out all year round. They're gorgeous, bright colors. We have a lot of good spring tables right now. There's about 3 or 4 tables here that have Easter and spring related stuff. Blue bonnets, wildflowers, little matching tea towels. And this is actually embroidered on there, stitched on there. Cute little butterfly print. Great little trinket dish to put your jewelry in. And this one is matching as well. God's plan for your life far exceeds the circumstances of your day. What a sweet gift to give someone, just to put their little jewelry or what have you, loose change in. And now we're done. And back to Trudy and Kale.
And welcome back to the Happy Handyman Show. Those of you that are watching on Facebook, I hope you enjoyed Jill's time. Oh, I'm sorry, poor Kale. No, it's not that one. It's this one right here. Kale is going to talk to us. I forgot to get him set up, but let me just tell you something real quick. Did you enjoy that time with Jill? Wasn't that good? It got to show you some new things that we have in the store. And let me tell you, if you ever need some help in the store, because you have to remember, we have about 2,500 square feet inside the front of the store, and now we've taken it down the middle for gift. If you ever need some help, I mean, Jill's here, and then not only will she help you with the gift, she will then gift wrap it for you, and it'll just be a great experience, because some people get so, I don't know what to give these people. Let us help you, okay? That's why we have a gift shop, because it's fun, and everything about it is fun. Nothing's broken. We're just going to help you give a good gift. All right, so we're back with a Happy Handyman Show, and I have on my special guest who also works with me here. It is Kale Lozano, and if that last name sounds familiar, why is that, Kale?
Oh, well, that's because my dad was the chief meteorologist on KSAT 12, meteorologist Mike Lozano, and so I grew up around this all
I
my
know
life.
that when I hired him, one of the first things I said is, "You sure got a good radio voice." And he laughed, and I thought, okay, I need to keep this in mind. So anyway, so he comes every week, and we have a trivia moment, and then he's also going to give us some tips in lawn and garden.
Okay,
So tell us a little bit.
I'm going to combine today's subject.
Oh.
We're going to talk about hummingbirds.
Oh, yeah.
Hummingbirds are native to North and South America. You won't find them in Europe or Asia. They're only in the New World. And if you were the size of a hummingbird, you would have to eat twice your weight in potatoes every day just to stay alive.
Are you kidding?
So the nectar that we give them, and we have these cute little hummingbird feeders, and we have all the nectars, it really helps them. It's not only what they eat, they do eat mosquitoes and flies and all other kinds of insects. But the nectar really does help them out.
Yeah.
So, and we have all kinds of little, like this one right here. This
Isn't
is one of
that
my
beautiful?
favorite.
That one, if those of you, okay, we're showing all these on Facebook.
Yes.
So if you, once we get through the show, if you want to go back to Facebook and watch the show, then you can see these things. And then you also have a ready to
use nectar.
Yes. And there's different ideas about this. Should it be red? Does it matter if it's red?
It does not have to be red. It does catch their eye. And a
Okay.
lot of times on my feeder, what I'll do when I first set it out, I'll take a red ribbon and I'll tie it to the end. That way it goes around in the wind and it kind of catches their eye and they go, oh, there's a feeder over there. And then they start coming. And then I can just take it off after a while. Just something to catch their eye.
Okay.
You know, but it doesn't necessarily have to be red. I use a clear nectar myself.
You do, but you put a red ribbon on
But
it.
I do put a red ribbon on there just so it's something that they can home in on.
Okay.
You know, so yeah, we can help out our hummingbird friends this year by putting out hummingbird feeders.
So you're going to be here all day
Yes,
today?
I will be here all day.
So to help everybody that walks in
Yes.
with lawn and garden and hummingbirds?
I will do that.
Okay, all right. And maybe share with them some more trivia, right?
Okay, I will.
Okay, all right.
Thank you, Trudy.
Oh, no, thank you, Kale. All right, see, isn't that fun when you have people that work for you that, or work with you? I don't want to say work for me. Oops. That have so much history. Yeah. All the people that work here, they just, they do such a good job. I mean, we have, Kayla's also a plumber. And so if you have over the weekend, it always, I have someone who works for me during the week that does plumbing. But then most people that have a problem, it's on the weekend. It's always on the weekend. So come on in and he can help you with that too. All right, so let's get back to cleaning and using this bucket sale, okay? All right, so how many of you have stainless steel in your house? All right, so do you just struggle like completely with keeping stainless steel looking good? I do too, okay? So there are a couple of products. We have a couple of products, and I'm going to tell you some of the good things about each one of them, and then and tell you which one is my favorite and why. All right, so Howard's, the people that make Feed and Wax and Restore Finish and stuff like that, they make a stainless steel cleaner, and it's a really nice stainless steel cleaner. It doesn't smell bad, has a nice smell. It's it removes fingerprints, streaks, grime. I mean, all those things that are on your dishwasher, your refrigerator. This takes care of it. Really good price. Quick Shine also makes, so I call it Quick Shine. It's made by Holloway House. They're still a family-owned business and been around for a long time. Just look it up. If you ever want to just Google it, look up Holloway House and you're going to see they have a great lineup of products. Okay, Quick Shine makes a stainless steel cleaner. Now, this one says cleaner and polish, okay? So that tells you that it's going to go more than just cleaning, okay? The Howard's, it cleans, okay? This Quick Shine, it cleans and polishes. So it's going to leave behind just the smallest amount of protection, all right? Now, Sheila Shine. Sheila Shine is an aerosol. It cleans, it protects, and it provides a protection against fingerprints, grime, all those things that drive you nuts on your stainless steel. Because most of our stainless steel appliances kind of stare at us when we walk into the kitchen, right? And if they don't look good, it makes you feel like the whole kitchen doesn't look good. Am I right? So, Sheila Shine, out of the three, it provides the most protection. In fact, Sheila Shine was originally made for like boats that have chrome and stainless steel on them, because it does really well out on the water, out in the salt water. That's how much protection it has. So, will it work okay in your kitchen? Absolutely. Now, it does have a propellant smell. A lady called me one time, and she had bought something online from us, and she called me and she says, "Are you trying to kill me?" And I just thought, not last time I looked. I mean, she says that Sheila Shine has a horrible odor. Well, she was just very sensitive. It does have a propellant smell, so I'm just telling you that right now. But it dissipates so quickly, so quickly, and it will give you more protection, longer lasting, clean look than the other two, okay? And it is more expensive. So there you go. You know, I always forget to tell people, and I'm going to stop right now and say this. Do you know we have a book? We put out a book about every 3 or 4 years, and we call it The Best of Johnny Chook because Dad was the original author on it. And I can remember when that first happened, I was probably in my 20s, so more than about 50 years ago. And Dad wrote a book. And the Light, remember when we had the San Antonio Light, they carried Dad's article. And the guy that was with the Light encouraged Dad to write a book. You know how long the book was? I think it was 24 pages. And Dad goes, I don't know enough to write a book. And I'll remember the name of the man. I'll have it for y'all next week. But anyway, we still do a book. And the book is now about 140 pages long. And all the things that I'm talking about today, they're on page 131 on the book. And it's called the Survival Kit. That's what Carl Wigglesworth renamed that for Dad. Carl Wigglesworth was my dad's best friend, and he helped Dad so much with advertising. But we call this the Survival Kit. So if you have it in your house, you can survive. So if you ever have a question, get a book. It'll have all the answers that I talk about all the time. And if you want to know, if you want to come by the store, it's at 2361 Northwest Military Highway. All right? Okay, now let's talk about odors. How many of you have maybe pets? And you have pets, or you maybe have a lot of kids that have athletic equipment. And there's kind of, or maybe you have a house that you're not in all the time. You have a ranch house, you have a lake house, you have a vacation home, maybe at the coast, and it's closed up a lot. And so when you come in, the air doesn't smell fresh until you've been there, maybe almost in time to leave. And so you want to know, how can I make this house smell better? There is a product called Air Sponge. It comes in 3 different sizes. Comes in a ½ pound, which I just showed you out on Facebook, and it comes in a 1 pound, and it comes in a gigantic 4 pound. And I have a lady from Louisiana that always orders 4 pounds. I think her husband and her son both work in the oil industry, and so she says their clothes smell horrible. And so she always gets the 4 pounds for me. But if you have pets in your house, and maybe you might have this lingering odor that is in the house and you don't really smell it until it's closed up for a while and you come in and you smell it, an Air Sponge will absolutely take care of that problem. And let me tell you how it works. You're going to open up the lid and take off the top and just let it sit in a room where air can go across the top of the Air Sponge, okay? And the Air Sponge will kind of smell like a light soap. And it'll, depending on how strong the odor is, depends on how long it will last. Some people, if they have a really strong odor in the house, it maybe will last 3 weeks. If it's just a light odor, it can last you 6 to 8 weeks, okay? And you know you're done with it when you see the little charcoal cookie in the bottom. That's the time to replace it. If you have an extreme smell, like maybe you burnt something, fish odor, popcorn, burnt popcorn. Is there anything worse than burnt popcorn? I don't think so. Maybe y'all know something. You can flip it over and take off the bottom of the product and expose 75% of it, and it kind of like shocks the air. This can be included with your bucket smell, in the bucket sale. Now, what about something, that Air Sponge is for anything in the air. And that also goes, you want to use it in your car, you can use it in the car. Maybe you get a car that a previous owner was a smoker and you want to get rid of that smoke cell, then that's how you do it, with an Air Sponge. Now, for anything that's a soft kind of product, like a couch or your carpet or your drapes, or the inside of your car, on the fabric seats, in the carpet of the car, in the trunk of the car. If you have an odor there, it's BioZap. BioZap works better than any other neutralizer. Now remember, these are odor neutralizers. They're not there to provide a fragrance on top. That will not get rid of an odor. All it does is kind of mask it, maybe. I don't know, to me it's very confusing because you can still smell that underlying odor and then you smell a candle on top of it, or you smell a room spray or something like that. These neutralize an odor, okay? So they do something to the odor molecules and they make them either evaporate or they pull them down to the floor where you can sweep and mop them out. But BioZap is great for, like, if you have a carpet smell where a pet has constantly made a mess. Just pour it on the carpet. And I know that sounds like, you mean don't just spray it? Mm-mm. You're going to have to get to the root of the problem, and that is the flooring underneath. That's why your pets come back and mark the same place. It's just like they mark the same place outside, okay? Because they smell that, or they mark where another animal has been. Okay, so if they keep marking an area inside the house, you have to be real diligent about this. So you're going to spray or pour on the BioZap that's going to go through the carpet, down through the pad, through the foam underneath, and down to the concrete, and take care of the concrete underneath, because that's where the odor is. I know you find that hard to believe, but that's where the odor is. And a concrete foundation is like a sponge, and it will just hold on to that odor. So that's how you get rid of it. Okay, so that's how you get rid of any odor. All right, so let's talk about mold and mildew. Okay, mold and mildew, not mold. Okay, because mold is a whole separate thing. Okay, I'm going to talk to you about mildew on the outside of your house, on your outdoor furniture, or if you have it on concrete, on your wood deck, anything like that, okay? And that is 30-second outdoor cleaner. Somebody used to correct me all the time. It's 30 seconds. Okay, yes, it's 30 seconds outdoor cleaner. 30 seconds outdoor cleaner. I'm sorry, I'm on the tail end of a bad cold, and so sometimes my throat just gives out on me. Okay, so 30 seconds outdoor cleaner. You just spray it on, let it work, and then rinse it off. It's that simple. I have vinyl siding on the outside of my house. Not thrilled with it, but it came with the house. And sometimes when we get a lot of rain, like, I know we do need rain, but if I get a lot of rain and I have a lot of foliage next to my house, it traps that rain against there, and it makes this thing, and it causes mildew on the outside of this vinyl siding. How many of you have that problem? It kind of gets a green cast to it, and it looks bad, and you think, oh no, I've got to paint. No, just clean it off, okay? 30-second outdoor cleaner. 30 seconds outdoor cleaner comes in this quart that's ready to use, so you can just spray it. So if you have some small areas, like maybe just one little area on the outside of the house, or one little area on the concrete driveway or patio or wood deck, you can just spray it on there. But it also comes in a hose in. Like if you have a big area that you want to clean, just hook it up to your hose and you can clean, like on the fence. And then they have a 1 gallon that is concentrated that you can make 2 gallons out of. That is the most economical way to use 30-second outdoor cleaner. You just have to get a special sprayer that is for chemicals, okay? And they're still super, economical. You can find a pump-up sprayer for like under 20 bucks. And as long as you clean it out all the time and run water through it, it will work over and over and over and over again. However, if you leave a chemical like this in it, it just breaks it down in all the little pieces to have to replace. You might as well buy a brand new sprayer again. So just remember, when you use a chemical in it, rinse it out. Okay, so that's what you want to do for the outside of the house. But what do you do for real persistent and really tough mildew on the inside of the house? Because you can't use 30-second outdoor cleaner. You can use contractor grade RMR 86. RMR 86, I had never heard of that product before, and I went to a National Hardware show, and they showed it to me, and then I asked them something, because I had really tried to find something that would clean silicone caulk. Most people have silicone caulk on their shower and on their bath. I don't know why plumbers use it all the time. I don't know if it's cheaper, if it's easier, but there's so many other caulks that you don't have to use now. But if you're stuck with a silicone caulk and it always mildews and you never can get it clean, and you don't understand, you've used straight bleach on it. Don't use straight bleach. That's hard on the porcelain tub and hard on the ceramic also. Use this RMR 86. It will go and penetrate the silicone caulk and clean where the mildew is, which is on the back side of the silicone caulk. If you ever pull up your silicone caulk, you will see it. It's sitting and living on the back side of it. It's the weirdest thing you've ever seen. And most people, before I found this, I would just tell them, you need to remove it. And I would go through and tell them how to remove it. And it's not easy. It's a big job. And but once you get it removed, there are some products that you can use that never mildew, made by Sashco Sealants. Remember, I always talk about Sashco Sealants because they're such a good product line. And there's a reason that we talk about them and they have such a good name in the sealant area, is because they work. And the Clean Seal, that's what it's called, made by Sashco Sealants in white, works great. And then if you need a clear, the Lexel, Lexel, I think, is one also. Okay. All right. Come by the store. Let me explain all these cleaning products to you. I know you have your favorites, and I want you to get those too. But if you have a question about how to clean or difficult problems that you have, come by the store and we'll talk about it. That store is located at 2361 Northwest Military Highway. We're open till 6:30 today. Tomorrow, 11 to 5. And let me remind you, roll up your sleeves, get some of these projects done, and remember, it will always be a great day to paint. I will see y'all next week with more fun. Bye.